You see it?
Yeah, yeah. I turned it on, so we're perfectly ready now.
And just so to be aware, I see there's still a few people that are unmuted. It's probably not a problem. Just so you know, there's a Scion, iPhone, Style Factory. We have a new one just joined now. It's just so you know.
Okay.
But I see you recording now, and that's good.
Sure. Sure. Mute all.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I think we are ready. Sorry, it took time. But hi, everyone. This is Ria from TCB, and
I'm Hajime.
He's the... So in this whole video, I'm going to be translating what he says because he can't speak English. And I do a little bit, but I haven't spoken in English for quite a long time. So if you can't really understand what I say, please let me know through the chat system maybe. So today I'd like to first thank you for Thomas and everyone who organized this event, Global Denim Hang. And we are very honored to be given 1 hour of time slot to show you guys how we make jeans and where we make jeans. So in the first half, I'm going to shoot him operating on several vintage sewing machines, like lapping seam machine and bar tuck and the waist belt attaching machine. So I'm going to show you those three, how it can be operated. I need to admit so many guys are joining this event. Thank you so much for coming. We are the only and one Japanese brand who are participating in this event. So we're a little bit nervous because we don't really speak English, but I'll try my best to, convey the message of Hajime to everyone who's watching this. So bear with me for this coming 1 hour. So maybe little bits of introduction of TCB and Hajime, how this brand had started. So he was back in 20 years back. He was working in a vintage jean shop, and he was doing the customer service at the shop. And he, in that career, he learned everything about all the vintage details, and from Levi's to Lee and Wrangler and everything. But at one point, he thought, oh man, I know everything about the vintage, but I can't make jeans myself. And in order to be really, of service to his customers, he thought, he would need to be able to make jeans himself. So he moved to Kojima, the sacred denim place for everyone in the world. And, eventually he started to have his own sewing factory. And then in 2012, he started the TCB brand. So where we are filming this video is our factory. On the second floor, we have the showroom space / shop space. On the first floor, we have the sewing factory. And on the third floor, where we have space for cutting the fabric. So TCB is quite rare in terms of its in-house capability to make jeans from cutting the fabric to the end product. So we're going to show you some processes making jeans from now. So yeah, that's about it for the introduction. And thank you so much for inviting us onto this event, Thomas, and everyone on the Global Denim Hang team, and also the David from Japan Log. He is a Canadian living in Japan, and who is running a website called Japan Log, where he does all the really committed interview with Japanese brands, and he invited us to this event. So we are really thankful for everyone involved with this event. So
yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. I can see Dave is just up there. He just wanted to say hi, so I just took myself off mute. Yeah.
Sure.
向こうの音声も聞こえるってこと？
Dave.
Dave Stewart.
Yes.
He's right there. Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Can you see us, Dave?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay, cool. Thanks again.
No problem.
Yeah, we are so lucky to join in this event, and we are the only one Japanese brand, and we are kind of proud of, being live right now.
Awesome. I look forward to watching.
Thanks. So we're gonna head down to the first floor and, have him, do some making jeans. All right? Yeah, it seems it's fine. 今から一回に
行きましょうか。
So many Japanese and English going on, and it might be a little bit,
Sorry, Rio, I just wanted to let you know, make sure to pin yourself. And so, yeah, just make sure.
Okay, now I think it's now we are heading down to the first floor. So this is not the cleanest or tightest factory, but this is where we make jeans. We have about 50 sewing machines. So we're going to start with the lapping seam machine, Union Special from 50s. So this is the 何年代ですか？
でもこれ1950年代から60年代かな、この色は。
So this is the 9050 Union Special lapping seam machine, and he's gonna show you how he can make jeans. Okay. Yes. So this is of course chain stitched, and we use this machine for armholes, like this part here. So yeah, and when we sew the back yoke of the jeans, we do use this machine as well. And there's a cutter here, so you can cut the thread with the sewing machines. And we have the same sewing machine, 5 of them, with all different settings. I mean, the different seaming width. So he's going to do one more lapping seam with a different setting machine. We'll compare the difference. This is the same machine, Union Special from 50s. Okay. So, これは何インチ
4分の1。
So the center one is seaming with the 1/4 inches.
こっちが32分の9ね。
So this is 1/4. This is 9/32. So there's a tiny difference of, but it's quite difficult to see. But all these difference adding up to the, the beautiful, aesthetics, and all those small things accumulated, the beauty of jeans lives in that kind of subtlety. That's what we believe. So can you see the difference?
糸1本分ぐらいかな。
This is slightly narrower compared to the right hand side, right? Just difference of one thread, but these are the tiny details we are committed to. So this is the Union Special machine, and what's so special about Union Special is this silver attachment here called folder. So when you sew two different fabric together, you don't need to iron them first, but this silver attachment does the folding by itself. So this can skip the one procedure of making jeans, which is ironing the fabric. So this was used in the US when jeans was a big thing in 1949 or in that era. So this is one of the machines we use. And as I said, we have 5, 6 machine of the same one with the different settings. So depending on what we make, we choose which one to go with. So yeah, it's basically like this. And maybe なんか話したいことありますか？
なんか話されて、
はい。
まあなんだろう、まあさっき幅があるから何でもあるんだよっていうふうに言ってたんだよね。
そうですね。
だからこのね、日本人って結構細かいところ気にして、それこそ癖があるから、古着を見て幅が何ミリかって見てね、使い分けていく問題とかを気にしながら。
So he's basically a real geeky about all the small details. So when he does faithful, what he calls faithful reproduction, this seaming with this talks a lot. So that's definitely one thing he always needs to care about when he makes a prototype of new products and things. So yeah, that's about it for the lapping seam machine. And if you have any questions, you can just use the chat system, so we'll try to answer your questions as well. So we're going to move to the waist belt machine. Waist belt にしましょう。It's quite a small factory with 50 sewing machines, but on the monthly basis, we can produce about up to 1,000 pairs of jeans. So this is the waist belt machine. It's also from Union Special. これも 50s ですか？
そうね、年齢の種類。
And this is also from 50s.
で、共通していることは、アタッチメントっていう、これも形は違いでアタッチメントで、まず、この長方形のものをアイロンせずに入れて、このから出てくると、
帯の形になってる。
そうそうそうそう。もうすぐね。
So for this machine, this brass looking attachment is the folder, the part called folder, and the same principle goes for the lapping seam machine, but this also skip the procedure of ironing. So everything is, made for, streamlining the process back then. So yeah, and this attachment is all made by hands. And, there are fewer and fewer artisan who makes this part. So once the guy, unfortunately passed away, and it's going to be really difficult to make one, even in Kojima, the denim sacred city. So yeah, now we're going to show you how it can move.
まあ、これはジーンズにも見立ててるけどね。
We're doing the simplified version of making jeans. So
これで。
yeah, so this part will be the waist belt part for the jeans, and here it comes the back pockets and stuff. なんかそんな感じですね。
そうね。で、ここにボタンホールを開ければっていう。でさ、V の話するんですか？難しいか？
V の話しますか？
V の話するか。まあ、V の話というか、チェーンステッチって丈夫なのか。
はいはい。So he wants to talk about whether the chain stitching, the method is durable or not.
ゆっくりこう。
はい。
チェーンステッチだから丈夫ですかって言われるんだけど、実はチェーンステッチってまず答えから弱い。
そこ切ってほしいときこうします。はい。So, getting down to the answer first, chain stitching is fragile. はい。
チェーンステッチなぜ使っているかというと、その丈夫だからかって考えられる方が多いんだけど、どっちかというと作る人の製造業としての都合で作ってるなと思ってます。これはなぜかというと、ミシンって縫っていくと下糸がなくなっちゃうんです。そうすると、そこ、またボビンを補充する必要がある。とか、途中で切れちゃうから、また縫い直す必要がある。それって製造業としては、その回数は無駄な作業だからなくしたい。
Okay, so this is quite tricky to translate with my skills. But when you sew a jeans with the normal machine, you often need to change the bottom thread. Maybe there's, upper thread and the bottom thread, and usually we use two different threads, but with the normal sewing machine, you need to change the bottom thread a lot. But with the chain stitch machine, we can directly supply the bottom thread from the, from the, bigger, I don't know, like thread roll. My English is too poor, so he's going to show you the thing so that you can understand what I'm saying right now. So usually with the normal sewing machine, the bottom thread at the maximum you can use is just this amount, pretty tiny, like about the size of your thumb. So that you need to, exchange that bottom thread a lot.
この量を心配する必要がない。まず視覚的に見えるし、たくさんの長い距離。
But with the chain stitch machine, the bottom thread can be supplied directly from this thick one, so that you can have less time of exchanging the bottom thread. So, you at the end of the day, you can make so much more jeans.
だからその当時ファッションの作業着だったジーンズが大量に作ろうと思った時に、当時のアメリカ、特にリーバイスの工場は直線で長い距離のところはチェーンステッチを多用していったんだと思う。
So, like the armholes where you can, where you need to sew a long distance. When you sew a long distance, if you use the, the normal bottom threads like this, you need to change the, this thing a lot. But with this, you can preserve more time. Sorry, I should have more prepared, but hope you understand. 大丈夫だと思います。
そう、だからそのじゃあ強いからとかそういう、もちろんかっこいいからとかっていうアイデアも当時なかったからね。で、その理由としてじゃあなぜかというと一瞬でほどけちゃうんだけどね。一箇所ここから縫い始めて縫い終わりがこっちなんだけど、縫い終わりを
So chain stitch is quite fragile, so you can unravel, like take them off really easily. So he's going to show how easily it can be done. So now it's taken off. So yeah, and this is fragile.
だからチェーンステッチってあくまでちょっとその一箇所外れちゃうとほどけるっていう問題があったから、でそれでちょっとこの間のりょうくんと喋ってたけど、帯の V ステッチってなんでだろうね、かっこいいかとかデザインなのかなっていうなんか話したと思うんだけど、それはそういう理由ではなくて、縫い終わりを2回止めることによって、この縫いほどけるっていうのを防いだんだと思う。
はい。Okay, so V ステッチのものなんかありますかね？
V ステッチのものね。ちょっと取ってくれ、喋って。
はい。So he explained things regarding the V stitch at the waist belt. So he's going to get one sample to make it easier for everyone to understand. But chain stitching is really fragile, but they are used for the sake of the efficiency of the production back in the US. So this is the famous detail V stitch, and this was applied only because the chain stitching is really fragile. But if you show this part, like so you start the V stitch from this side and goes down to here and go back up again, so that the this single stitching part is on the chain stitching twice, so that this chain stitching part won't be taken off easily. So that's why this V stitch sits on the jeans in the 50s.
So, yes.
Okay. Oh, that's cool to know. It's a nice comment that so that I can understand, people actually understand what I'm saying. I'm kind of relieved. As long as you live in Japan, English is not necessary at all. And I haven't spoken English for a while, and I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, so now we are moving to the buttocks. It's Sunday, 2 p.m. in Japan, and obviously we are taking a day off on Sunday. So we have just me and Hajime in the factory, quite quiet. So this is the buttock machine. Okay, he's gonna just show you how it moves. you know, bar tag, simple enough. The machine does everything automatically. And yeah, he's going to show you a little more.
Okay.
はい。The other side にします。Ta-da! Can you guys read it? Of course you can. He always, you know, because there's so many, you know, vintage sewing machines that we can, you know, play around with. He always, you know, play around with it, or maybe we'd better call it messing around with, you know, his own machines. Hi. So that was a bit quick tour, but you know, we showed you 3 different machines.
こういうのもいいね。
どういう意味ですか？
こういうのこれウエスタンシャツのフラップの印を2つ同時につけるアイデア。
はいはい。So can you guys guess what this is? Yeah, it's difficult, I believe, but this is the pattern for a new released Western shirt with you know, sawtooth flat pocket, and it's the, you know, flat part of the pocket. Maybe we can show you the samples. ちょっとだけサンプル見せますか、これの。
そうね、これもあるけどね。
はいはい。
あ、いいよ、サンプルでいいよ。
So, yeah, this is what it is.
この発明は、
はい、
スウェーデンに呼ばれるんじゃない？
あ、
なんだっけ
なんですか？
はい。
ボルボが、ソートゥースのシャツ見せろってコメントしてきます。Okay, so Hajume's, you know, sincere friend from Italy is, you know, wants to see the new shot. So this is just a sample, but we are making these shirts right now. So many comments coming. Thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoy this, but yeah, that's about it on the first floor, maybe. はじめさん、あれ、66の、あれ縫えますか？はい。
ボルボ見てくれへんだ。
はい。Okay, amazing, really cool to see. Thank you so much for saying so. We're glad. And we're gonna, so we are also donating for the auction event, this global denim hang guys host, and we're gonna donate a pair of jeans for that Save the Children fund. And for this auction, we've prepared a special woven tag. So maybe I'm going to show you the woven tag first. コインポケットに入ってます。ちょっとそれをまず見せようと思います。はい。So this is the stay home with your cats woven tag we've made this time. So TCB stands for Two Cats Brand, as well as taking care of business, double meaning. So yeah, he loves cats. So that's why it's called TCB basically. So stay home with your cats, woven tag. The world is facing a really difficult times around the world, and we wanted to push the idea of staying home, even after in Japan the situation is getting better, and state of emergency was lifted off, even in Tokyo or Osaka, big cities, just about a week ago. But if we, really want to prevent the second or third wave of infection from, if we want to stop that, we need to, rely on each person's goodwill of each individual. So in order to back up those, people's goodwill a little bit, we've made this stay home tag. So for the auction pair, we're gonna attach this woven tag to our 50s jeans. So yeah, he's gonna also show you how he can attach this woven tag to a jeans. Hi.
この例えばの例としてだよね。
ちょっとそっちが映ります。Yeah, this is obviously not the cleanest, tightest factory, but so here it goes. Yeah, we've made about 100 of these woven tags, and from 2nd of June, we can apply this woven tag to every single order online as well. So if you'd want this tag, please put your comment in the note section. Maybe ありがとうございます。はい。そうですね。Okay, there are so many messages we've received so far. Pretty positive comments about the stay home TCB tag. みんな気に入ってくれてますよ。はい。Okay. We're glad people are liking the, a small, woven tag we made, but we like that too. I even attached one onto my jacket as well, myself. Oh, it's hot. In Japan, June is the rainy and humid season. In the morning, it was raining so hard, but now we have a little bit of sunshine. And we are moving up to the 3rd floor. Maybe from now, we are showing you the 3rd floor. A little bit more messy, so we don't always show the 3rd floor to not so many people. Just 3階に行ってきましょうかね。はい。So he was really, really nervous to be on this live too. So he needs to take a little bit of pause because he's big, so he needs some. So I'm gonna show you. So the second floor is our showroom slash shop space. Pretty spacious, and you can see all the TCB collection in this place. And we have a kind of nice, I don't know, terrace. ここどういう時に使いますか？
ここ何使ってるかな？
We usually use this place when we have lunch. Yeah, we've just had a curry rice. Yeah, this Kojima City is pretty countryside. Nothing much going on other than denim. Nothing but the denim town. では、ちょっと3階行って戻ってきます。So I'm gonna be moving up to the third floor. What a nice place to work. Yeah, it is. But I'm a newbie to TCB, and I recently, joined this company. Up until last October, I was living in the Netherlands, but my passion has always lied in the denim industry, and Japan is a denim country. So I decided to go back to my own country and started my career at TCB. Yes. So this huge machine to cut fabric was recently introduced last December. So before then, we cut all the fabric by hands using this machine. But now, people around the world gradually noticing the TCB brand, and we are getting quite positive comments around the world, and people wanting to buy from TCB. And we are still a team of 10, 13 people, and we've always had a chronic shortage of stocks. So we've introduced this machine to solve the problem. Yeah, so all the cut fabric on the table, and we have the elevator over there, and we're gonna get them down on the first floor, and we make jeans. And that was a nice comment. Maybe let me check the comments from Dave. Can we see the fabric sample rolls? All right. So okay. So we have all the unused fabric lying on the ground here. And on the fourth floor too. It's too dark and dirty on the fourth floor, so I can't really show the fourth floor to you guys, but on the fourth floor we have plenty more of the fabric rolls there. Okay. And we still use this, cutter when we make samples. So making clothes is really taking time. I was a newbie to this industry back in 6 months ago, so I'm learning every day about this industry. But even in Kojima, the denim sacred city, less than 20% of the brands or factories owns this in-house capability to make jeans from zero to the end product. So we are one of the less than 20. So we are proud of our facility and all the TCB crews. Okay, maybe that's about it on the first. Wasn't there some smaller sample rolls that were labeled like yeah, we have them on the second floor. I'm gonna show you them. I'm quite nervous to speak English in this whole 60 minutes by myself. So these are the fabric rolls Dave mentioned just now. So when we receive the fabric roll, there are always a name on the fabric written by just a pen. You're doing great, Roy. Yeah, thanks. So this is the fabric from TCB 60s. On the end, of course, we have the selvage, and this is TCB 20s fabric. Of course, these fabrics are only exclusive to TCB, so you can't get the same thing from the other brands. Yeah, so these are the fabric rolls. And usually the width of a fabric roll, the selvage fabric roll is 80 センチですよね。はい。Approx 80 centimeter width, and length is always 50 meter. And maybe I'm going to talk about one interesting fact about fabric roll. So as I said, the width for a selvage fabric is always 80 centimeter wide and 50 meter long. And if you want to have a custom selvage ID, like this one has a thick, wide selvage ID. But if you want to have a, let's say, gold or pink colored line here, and it can be easily done. Just having a custom made selvage ID, you can just, and main fabric is based on the ready-made stuff from fabric makers, and then you can just make the custom selvage ID from the minimum order quantity of just one fabric roll. And from this fabric roll, we can make about 50メートル巻きで30、20. So from one fabric roll, we can make about just 20 pairs of jeans. And just from 20 pairs of jeans, you can make the, custom made fabric. So, but all of our TCB exclusive fabrics are, chosen from cotton, and we, develop the color and, how the dyeing process goes, and etc., and which machine to use, and how strongly the woven tension should be, and all those things taken into consideration. And we rent the schedule for vintage weaving machine, fabric weaving machine, and we make several different fabrics exclusive to TCB. I've got another comment. Do you do women's wear? Yes, we do some. And all of the TCB jeans, the size starts from 28 inches to 40. And we have a few like female model, like this one. This is the, so-called Marilyn Monroe pants from 50s. And this one, the size starts from 25 to 30. But, as you've been seeing our factory, we have our own factory, so we can always, make a different size and etc. Of course, some discussion should be needed beforehand, but everything can be possible because, if this guy says okay, all right, he's my boss, and yeah. めっちゃ暑いですね。はい。So we have 10 minutes left, and we've already left the logo. Thanks. Maybe ロゴが可愛いって言ってくれてますね。これ間違いない。maybe the B バイスオマージュのやつかもしれないですね。Is the normal style the Marilyn Monroe one? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's one of the top selling. Like, really, fortunately, about the half of our customers, TCB's customers, are from overseas. And yeah, I'm the only one who's been doing the customer service for overseas customers. But Norma is one of the best selling one. And for the jacket, we have the second type too for female size. So this is a faded sample. My arms are too short. Yeah, so we have second type and women's size small and medium, and the Marilyn Monroe pants as well. And yeah, yes. All right, I need to take a breathe. So, basically, we've done things we were planning to do today. So, if you have any questions or comments about anything regarding TCB, maybe I'll try my best for the left 10 minutes too. If there's any questions to us, then no. なんかもし10分間することなかったら何しましょうか。
でももうあと7分でしょ。
Okay, so just 7 minutes left. なんかあるかな。
Yo.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course you can. Please.
Could Hajime talk a little bit about how did he get all the machines? Like where did he buy them, and like how long did that take to get that collection?
That's really a good question because I haven't asked him that question before.
Okay.
ああいうマシーンは全部どうやって集めてきたの？
なるほどね。さっき1950年代のミシンだよって言ったでしょ。それってなんでっていうと、日本でジーパンを作り出されたのが1960年代ぐらいなの。でその時に日本でジーンズを縫えるミシンがなかったから、輸入することから始めた。ミシンをね。
はじめさんが？
違う。当時ね。輸入することから始めたのよ。なんだけど、でそれを縫ってたんだけど、日本って 車とか家電全部そうなんだけど、すぐ日本製のミシンを作り出したのよ。で、じゃあそっちに変えましょうっていうので、輸入スペシャルが端に追いやられたっていう歴史がある。で、それを90年代、80年代の後半ぐらいにもう一回輸入スペシャル作って、アメリカっぽいジーンズ作ろうぜって言って、引っ張り出してオーバーホールをしだしたのが始まりなんだけど、っていうので、日本にはその頃の、年代の輸入スペシャルを何台か輸入して眠ってたっていうのがあるのよ。
Okay. So, this is always difficult. But back in 50s or 60s in Japan, when Japan first tried to, make jeans in our country, we of course imported, many Union Special machines from the US. And, Japan was back then kind of, famous for its machinery development and stuff. So we've learned all the, construction of those Union Special machines, and we made Japanese made, similar sewing machines to Union Special back then. So after importing, those Union Specials, then the Union Specials became not in fashion in this jeans making industry because they were old, and Japan made newer version of those sewing machines, and we gradually switched the production with this newer machine. But in the 80s again, some people came back to Kojima, like all the jeans geek and people, and they were really really particular about the vintage American details, and they wanted to create the jeans with the older machines. And because we had imported all those machines in the 50s and 60s, there are several, Union Special sleeping back then. So there were, many like sewing machine shops around this area. And when he had a good meeting with, vintage machines, he always has bought them, because he was thinking to, establish his own, sewing factory.
追加し少し。
はい。
まあそういった出会いがあってやれてるんだけど、一つは今さらに出会いを求めようと思うと、インターネットを介して世界中を見なきゃもう出会いはないだろうし、あともう一つ悲しいニュースは、小島のたくさんの縫製工場が今もうクローズしだしてて、この間もあったけど、廃業しちゃったからミシンいりませんか、ユニオンスペシャルもありますっていう悲しいニュースもある。
And as you all might know, this Japanese denim industry is still kind of fragile. Yeah, Dave, you could understand and you can help me out because it was quite, yeah, but I'll try my best. But,
I got it. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. That's,
you want me to say the answer?
yeah, please. That's even better.
I think what he's saying is it's kind of sad news, and it's not the best way to get machines, but I think he was saying some factories have been closing down in the area, and maybe they have sales and getting rid of their old Union Special machines.
Right. Yeah.
So it's kind of sad news, but that's another place that you can get machines. 合ってますか？大丈夫？
合ってる。Thank you so much, my teacher.
There's another good question there for Hajime. Says, what's the most proud thing he's ever made?
Oh, that's a pretty nice question.
Somebody wrote that, yeah.
Okay. 今まで作ったものの中で一番なんていうんですか、誇り高いと思うのは何ですか？
誇り高いものね。
これは俺が作ったんだみたいなこと。
でもやっぱりその生み出し、昨日もなんか似たような話だけど、生み出した瞬間ってやっぱりその子がっていう感じで見てるから、なんだろう、 このコレクションに対して優越つけづらいよね。
Mm-hmm.
だけど思い入れって意味で言えばやっぱり最初に作った 50s っていうのはやっぱりね、あるかもしれない。それはね、なんかジーンズ基本じゃん。
まあまあそうですね。
それを見てそれより太いかな細いかなとか、生地が分厚いか薄いかっていう判断してる自分もいるし、それはそうかな。
Okay. You know, he's been designing TCB clothing, or I should have called it maybe recreating a cloth for 8 years now. So there was so many models he's developed so far. So the newer, the more he remembers. That's a part of that question. But also the first product he's ever made for TCB jeans is the 50s jeans, the 50X, 501 double X from 1955. And that was the ignition for this brand, and we all started from there. So maybe if he had to choose one, the 50s jacket and the 50s jeans could be the answer. Yes. Oh, okay. So already 1 hour has passed. So, and we are quite, done with this whole event. Like we've poured the best effort we could maybe. So it's about time for us to say goodbye to everyone. I believed it was such a early morning in the UK time, but hope you enjoyed this live event, and thank you very much for coming over to see this. And maybe we hope to thank you so much. Thank you so much. みんなわかりやすくて面白かったと言ってくれてます。
後で褒めますから。
Right. Okay, so that's about it. Thank you so much.
お疲れ様。
Talk to you in the next Denim Hang event. Thank you so much. Bye. Stay home with your cats. All right. Bye, guys.